Hello. Is this the bane of your existence? Are you always fighting the clock? I know I am. It is one of my biggest hardships, not hardships, but dilemmas. I'm always thinking that I can cram more things into the one day than is humanly possible. So this little device, which of course was lovingly given to me by my husband and my children, I'm going to put it on. I have actually set it up so it will help me manage my time because obviously I need a lot of help. So I have three tips for you to help you focus. And if I go off on tangents, I would love for you to write down below focus because I want to help you not have to deal with the things that I've dealt with all my life. My father was an amazing man, brilliant, like off the charts in intellect. And sometimes I used to say, Dad, stop talking in the ethers. Come on, come back down, right? Because he would just go off on tangents and then tell you this big long story, which of course I numbered rudely. And it would keep us from getting anywhere on time. We were always late because we always could do one more thing. And that has totally left impression on me for the worse. And I'm constantly fighting against it. I set clocks ahead. I try to set different clocks ahead, different times, so I can't trick myself in knowing, oh, that clock's 5 minutes fast. Oh, that clock is 10 minutes fast. I literally have to trick myself in getting places early because focus is such a huge deal to me. So I have, like I said, 3 tips to help you. Hi, Lisa. Do you have that same issue, right? That's your husband as well. Does he have to trick himself with clocks? Uh, it's frightening. It's like there's something wrong with me. I feel like there's a screw loose in there somewhere. I mean, there's a lot of issues. But time is huge, right? And, speaking of time, I probably should go make sure I'm on time on Facebook to make sure that I am live. Let's see here. Am I? Yes. Okay, cool. All right. So I'm going to give you 3 tips on how to focus. And then I'm going to give you a couple of my favorite apps, not a couple, 4 of my favorite apps to help you manage your time and focus. So, no, I trick us both. Oh, that's so funny. So you actually are the mastermind, right? You have that evil laugh to help your husband stay on time. Is that what you're trying to say, Lisa? And if so, you're brilliant. You're an evil mastermind. I love it. So my husband just waits patiently for me and then just gets frustrated, tapping his foot or something. After 31 years, you'd think that he would learn how to be devious and set my clocks ahead, but no, he doesn't do that. Okay, so let's get right into it. All right, the first thing, I know it seems really basic, but the first thing the first thing to help you focus is lists. Oh, did I show it? What? There it is. Lists. So I know it sounds silly, but I used to live by my day timer, and then I went to the Franklin Covey system. I was honest. I would take classes on how to organize my time. I just have a very simple little thing now that says "Walk in Grace." Isn't that cute? It has just a simple calendar. But when we went digital, right? I went completely digital probably 12 years ago, and I miss the tangible. I miss having a list that I can cross off and say I did that, right? So I kind of been going through this weird transition in my life over the past 12 years. You think I'd figure it out, right? You can relate, Lisa. So true. And I hope you're feeling better, Lisa. You've been on my prayer list. But it's true. Having a simple list of things you need to do, having somewhere you can write it down is awesome. And in fact, I use apps and a list. I know that seems a little psychotic, but at my desk, I like to have something written that I can literally see that I'm crossing things off. So I feel accomplished for that day, or I know I have to get these things done before I leave for a meeting. And I definitely set up some of these apps to help me remember as well. But a good old fashioned list is irreplaceable. So, in fact, when we moved to this new place 10 years ago, my husband actually asked me permission to throw out all my previous 30 years of calendars. I had them in those little 3 years in a binder, Franklin Covey, whatever. And I had them lined up on a shelf by year. Since 1980, I had saved all my calendars. And he was like, Mayor, I don't think you're going to need to know what happened in 1989 on December 7th. I'm like, oh my gosh, but I have client notes in that thing. What if I have to go back? He's like, I think that's past and you're going to find your happy place. Right? Because I have that tendency to do squirrel. Right? Do you have squirrel? Do you have that syndrome? That's me. I'm always thinking of new and exciting things, and the phone will ring, and I'll be like, "Oh my gosh, totally! Let me help you with that." Write it down on my list and go on to the next thing. And I'm all over the place unless I can keep organized. So I've had to come up with systems and lists to be able to make sure that I keep my little brain in an orderly fashion. So again, list is the first thing. Next thing is blocking your calendar, right? Because you need to know when you're going to be working on specific projects. So for the things that are in my written list, I actually set a time frame in my calendar, let's say from 8 to 9:30. Oops, just lost my feed. Let's see if I can come back on. I think I went dark. Let's see what's going on. That's so weird. Can you see me? Let me go look and see if I am on. Okay, that's really weird. Within my system, I am dark. So let's see if that works. I'm back. Yay. Gotta love technology, right? Yes. So Lisa, you have the same thing. Squirrel, right? I think, what movie is that from? That was from was that from Up? Where he kept going, squirrel. He would always check out the squirrel. I think with that dog, and he talked with his thing. Anyway. So yes, you have the squirrel syndrome too, Lisa. I knew we're like sisters from a different mister, for sure. Anyways, so let me pull up that agenda item again. By blocking your calendar, you can actually set aside time to see, someone's trying to interrupt me and I'm trying to share this wonderful knowledge with you. Trying to impart just a little bit of brilliance. So blocking your calendar for things that you need to get done, then you can actually get those things done within that time frame. So if you know you have a call at noon and at 2, and then you block out that time in between to get a very specific task done. That way you can focus on that task, almost like putting blinders on, right? So because the reason what you need to do is because you have to value your time, right? Amen, sister. Amen. You have to value your time because you are valuable. Your expertise is valuable. Everything you bring to the world is valuable, and people need you. And so you don't go crazy. You have to value your time, or other people won't value your time. They'll continue to interrupt you. But if you say, you know what, I have an opening between this time and this time, and I would love to offer you 15 minutes. I can give you 15 minutes between this time. You pick which 15 minutes is best for you. You can also use a tool called Time Trade, and I will definitely pull that up because I didn't even put that on my list, my apps. And I'm going to show you 5 apps because it is absolutely brilliant as a way to get people to block a certain amount of time off the calendar that you control, right? You want to control how your time is used, how much time you give to people, because you want to give them 100% of you during that time. You don't want to be scattered and thinking about a million other things and trying to keep all your papers in order. You want to focus on that person for that period of time, and that you get across the message that you value your time, so that person should value your time, right? So those are the 3 tips I had for you. Just really quick. I didn't want to get because I wanted to really get to these apps. Okay. So the first is create a list of things you need to do. You need to block your calendars so you can get those to-do lists done, right? And above all else, you need to value your time. Okay. So one thing that helps me focus during the time that I have blocked off is an app called Coffeetivity. Okay. So I'm actually going to pull this up. I just realized that, well, let's go to this other one first. I'll pull that up on my website. Okay. So there's an app called White Noise. Okay. And I'm going to show you that app. Let me close this agenda. Right now, I'm going to go to that app on my phone. Hold on. You see all these millions of apps that I research to bring everybody the best apps. Oops, I don't need to go to Instagram. Okay. So this is an app that actually, and let me make sure that I can show this to you. Sorry, I thought you were looking at it at the same time. Okay, so I need to hide this so you don't see those big words. And I'm also going to hide there you go. Okay. So this is a really cool app that basically provides sounds in the background. As I was starting to say with the other app, Coffeetivity, they have found that if you listen to some sort of white noise, background noises, music, your brain will drown all that out and it'll help you focus on the task at hand. So I don't know if any of you ever had a colicky baby. And I praise God, I did not, but I had lots of friends that did. There's a few times I got a little cranky and I had to use this white noise technique, but thank the Lord Jesus that I didn't have a colicky baby 100% of the time. So remember, like the trick was turning on your vacuum, right? Putting the baby in the car seat on like the couch or somewhere safe, and then vacuum your living room, and that white noise put the baby to sleep. Or putting the baby on top of the washing machine, of course, strapping it down so it didn't fall off, or the dryer, and running the dryer, and so that gentle like vibration and the noise really totally like relax them. Oh, we have someone, Lisa. I have the White Noise app to help me sleep at night. That's awesome. So that's exactly what I'm showing you right now. Thank you, Lisa, for chiming in. Yes. So this is, and I'll just kind of go through and I'll show you. So this is Amazon Jungle. There is, oh, I'm going crazy. There's a Campfire, which sounds of crackly, and you can't really hear this coming through on this. But if you download the app and it's free, you can actually do this. And you can actually, and I don't know if it's the paid version anymore, but I always download them when they're new. So when you're in a beta version, you always get all the cool stuff at the beginning. But you can also blend sounds. Lisa, I don't know if you have ever tried that before, but you can blend sounds. So you could have the ocean with a campfire in the background. And this totally brought me back to my childhood when we would camp at the beach. So we would hear the sounds of the waves while we listen to the campfire. And it's it just zens you out, man. Totally. Lisa just said hydrotherapy, I think it's called, is my go-to sound. That's awesome. Yeah. So definitely go to, you said you haven't tried that yet. Yeah, definitely go and try to combine sounds. Super cool. So you can see they have ocean, they have heavy rain pouring, they have extreme rain pouring. Gosh, probably people back east, they probably don't want to listen to this right now because they have a lot of extreme rain pouring. Please pray for our friends in South Carolina. I have a friend who moved there. Water flowing, air conditioner, fan, plane, and then they have typical white noise, right? And different kinds of brown noise. Isn't that interesting? Pink noise. They all have a different frequency that allow you to relax. Anyways, but that campfire combined with ocean is sweet. So anyways, so yeah, Lisa, definitely try that. So again, it's called White Noise. Let me pull it up again. It's called White Noise, and it's absolutely free. And it's a great way for you to put in now and again, it has sleep timers. So you can put it on before you go to sleep, like Lisa just said, or you can also have it so the timer wakes you up. So it can slowly build volume, and you could wake up to the sounds of rain or birds chirping or whatever it is. Really Cool. But what I like about it is putting on noise that actually lets me focus at work. But I have to tell you, my favorite one is an app called Coffitivity. And before I pull that up, I'm going to share my desktop here. Let's see here. Let's see here. Is it this one? Yeah. Oops. Okay. All right. So we're going to pull up. Oops, it keeps jumping around. Okay. So I'm going to pull this up and I'm going to show you here. Okay. So I'm going to hide that. I'm going to show you this one and I'm going to drop my face down. Oops. I'm going to bring my phone back down. I'm going to make my face small so you can see this. Okay. So Coffitivity is really cool. And I don't know if you'll be able to hear this, but again, statistically, I don't know if you can see this. It says here that, I don't know if you can see this, creates ambient sound of a cafe to boost your creativity and help you work better. Proven and peer reviewed. See the research below. So literally, let me see if I can do this. So morning murmur. Can you hear this? Let me turn it up. It sounds like a coffee shop, right? So that's morning murmur. And lunchtime lounge, a little bit different. Sounds so funny, but it is different. Busting chatter of lunchtime rush. University undertones. So it's like being in a school center, right? Okay, so what the point of that is that you can literally be listening, like sitting at, you know how when you go to Starbucks, and this is called Coffitivity, when you go to Starbucks and you put in your headphones or you just go and you use their free Wi-Fi and you're typing along, don't you get so much more done, right? It's because of the scientific data. If you go to Coffitivity and find this out, that you literally, your brain like almost disconnects from all the little noises and lets you focus on the task at hand. It's absolutely brilliant. So I try to recreate a Starbucks in my office by putting this on in the background. And again, you can choose different levels. And what's weird is sometimes I like listen really closely to see if I can hear what people are saying. And you can never make it out. It's just part of the whole ambiance. So anyways, try it. It'll help you totally focus. It's so awesome. Okay, so that's called Coffitivity and it's spelled just like that. Yes, right? Exactly. So it's just something you can use for that. So we said white noise Coffitivity. What's another one? Okay, now I know this sounds goofy, but something that I use, something I use a lot to help me focus and manage my time is my simple calendar app. Okay, let me go back to that. My calendar app is just the app that comes on my phone, right? Now I'm getting Subway texts because it's about lunchtime and they use text messaging to send out specials when you're starting to get hungry, which is absolutely brilliant. I shouldn't have cleared it. So let me show you this. And oh my goodness. Well, I probably want to show you everything that's on my calendar. But literally, you go to your calendar and you block off your time. Remember how I said that you need to value your time and block off your time? Just using your calendar app allows you to not only set the things in your calendar, so if you have a Mac, you can actually set it so they talk to each other, your phone and your computer and your watch. So you can actually set up notifications to remind you when you're ready to do the next thing. You can set it up so it lets you know 15 minutes early, a half hour early, 2 hours early, or right on the time. And it'll set off on a little buzzer. And that's why I started off this class today with showing you my Apple Watch, because it literally taps me on the wrist, right? I'll show you. It's kind of cool. It's got these little sensors that literally tap me and tell me, "Hey, Mare, focus. It's time to make this phone call, or it's time to write that report, or it's time to, do an analytical thing for your customers, or whatever it is, right? I have it all scheduled and I have it sent as a reminder on my calendar, on my computer, on my phone, and on my watch. Okay. So again, I know this sounds crazy, but it really helps. It really Okay. Gotta love technology. Okay. So this sounds really mundane. Like, why would it matter about your clock? Well, guess what? On your clock, the clock on your, at least on the Apple phone, and I know Android has the same thing. You literally, and I'm going to hide my agenda. I'm back. Yay. Okay. I don't know if anybody, did I stop? Let me know down below by telling me if it stopped. Okay. So then, of course, so you can do the bedtime. Stopwatch is great. So if you know that you need to write, 3 emails and you need to get them done, and you're like, I'm going to set a 5-minute timer, or I'm going to see how long it takes me to do this, you can literally start the clock. And it will, just like if you're running a lap or whatever, it tells you how much time you have. Or you can go to the timer and say, I'm going to set, 10 minutes, right? In fact, I'm going to do that right now because I want to make sure this ends on time. 10 minutes for me to finish this task. And when this alarm goes off, I'm going to stop doing it and I'm going to move on to the next thing, or, whatever it is. Whatever it is in your life. It could be just, I'm going to spend 10 minutes brushing the dog. But hopefully it's, obviously doing something productive for your work is what we're talking about here, right? Yes, it stopped. What stopped, Lisa? What's, you can let me know. Oh, it stopped my film. Thank you. Ask a question. Then when people answer, then forget what the question was. Yeah, Mayor. Squirrel. Yes. So you can set a timer for activities that you do, because again, you're blocking off your calendar for things you need to do. You're valuing your time, right? And it's helping you stay focused, right? Okay. So the last one that and I didn't even put this in the agenda. So I'm going to go to this. So I was just showing you Coffitivity. Okay, so I'm going to hide my phone there. So I was showing you Coffitivity, but now I want to show you this other really cool product that helps me manage my time, number 5, and that is Time Trade. Timetrade.com. And I didn't put up a little agenda thing to block it or whatever. This is absolutely brilliant. I think it's only like $49 for the whole year, but it allows you to set specific time chunks on your calendar and then offer that as a way that people can pick what is a good time for them off of your calendar. Then when someone chooses, okay, it looks like you have an availability at 10 o'clock. Yeah, 10 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock for 15 minutes, right? They can say, okay, 10 o'clock is good for me. I'm going to pick 10 o'clock. They, basically just put in their information, the questions that you ask them. Then it sends them a confirmation email. It sends you a confirmation email and it sticks it on your calendar. So meaning it makes your calendar blocked during that time so no one else can pick that time. So there's no going back and forth with emails and like, can you meet here? Can you meet, then, or, you go back literally. I've had email strings with a group of people. Like it's like 50 emails back and forth just to pick one darn time. Actually, there's another app for doing it with multiple people. So Time Trade's really good with just one person, to pick what's good off your calendar for one person. But there is another app and I will find it and I'll post it below. I can't remember what it is at this moment. But a lot of the groups, committees I belong to use it to be able to pick a time that's good for everybody. So basically people pick, you say we can meet at Tuesday at 10, Thursday at 3, or Saturday at 1. and then people vote which is good for them, and then you can see whatever the majority of people can make, you pick that time frame. So again, I'll find that out. Really helpful. But time trade's really cool because you can actually set up a series of meeting and put different messages on it. When people log in, they have different logos. It comes off your calendar in different time allotments. It is absolutely brilliant. So time trade is the other way that that I use to save valuable time. So I don't have to go through and train you. They have lots of videos on their website. But I just wanted to, in fact, let me add that in here. Timetrade.com. Oh, look at that. My alarm is telling me that 10 minutes ago. Gosh, 10 minutes goes really fast, right? Cancel that. Okay. Wow. Oh, you know what I did? I set two different things. So a whole 10 minutes didn't totally go by. So anyway, so Time Trade is the fifth app because it does have an app that sits on your phone as well as has a desktop version, which I use. It's much easier, but I can do it from my phone as well. So it technically is an app. So the 5 apps I recommended were Coffeetivity. Okay. In fact, let me, here we go. Coffeetivity, which makes the sound of a cafe in the background. So you can literally have a Starbucks in your office. So you can totally zone into the project you have at hand and get that done. The other app is White Noise that allows you to, again, pick a noise that brings you peace to go to sleep or excitement to wake up, or just something as background white noise, brown noise, pink noise that you can have in the background. And sometimes that really helps. I actually use a noise like a, what do you call it? The sound things. I have a little old machine that does the sounds of, I think it's camping or something. But anyways, it allows me to like not hear every little cricket and things outside my office, but helps me focus on the task at hand, which is really nice. Then the simple calendar that's on your phone. By chunking out times that you are to do certain tasks, you will get so much more done. And even though we want to believe as women that we can multitask, we really can't. We think we can, and we do, right? We do. We are listening to the kids, making dinner, writing a grocery list. I mean, we can do lots of things at the same time, but we probably don't do them well, right? You have to admit. If we can just do one thing at a time. Now, I am totally guilty of this. And I don't think I could ever not multitask. I think I heard this once, this really cool analogy that women are like spaghetti and men are like waffles. Have you ever heard this before? Our brains. So men compartmentalize things. They're like, this is my thoughts of work. This is my thoughts of children. This is my thoughts of sport or golf, whatever it is. And they only think that. Have you ever walked in and asked your husband, hey, what are you thinking about? And they're like, nothing. They literally have a box in their waffle called nothing. They're not thinking of anything. Really? How could you not be thinking of anything? We women think about a million things all together, and they're always strung in and out of each other, just like spaghetti. One thing leads to another, and we're off on a tangent, and we think of this, and oh, we need to do that, and then whatever. I mean, sometimes I actually think, okay, I'm going upstairs. What do I need to grab on my way up so I don't have to make multiple trips? And I'm like, oh, I have to grab the laundry basket. Oh, and let me grab this book that was left here. And oh, a book bag and a jacket that's on this counter. And oh, my purse. And I try to grab everything so I can go up the stairs once, right? I know some people who put a basket at the bottom of their stairs that they throw everything in and they just carry it up the stairs once a day, right? Because we always think all over the place, right? We are spaghetti and boys are waffles. So if we can just understand that, we won't get mad when they say nothing. I'm not thinking about it. How is that possible? I have no idea. Anyways, sorry. So calendar. And the last one is clock. These are actually, your apps on your phone to set a timer, an alarm clock, a time lapse, whatever it is that helps you focus on the task at hand. Set a timer. Tell yourself you only have 10 minutes because you've blocked your time and you value your time. Okay? So if the only thing you learned from this session with me today is to value your time, then I think we have a winner, right? So I hope you've been enjoying these little tips and tricks I've been giving. I'm trying to come on every day at 10:30 on Facebook. I'm trying to go on Instagram at 10, but I haven't been making that as consistently. But I'm trying to come here at 10:30 because just like the old TV shows that we used to want to tune into at a certain time, it's really good for people to be able to expect the consistency of being able to get help, right? And I'm providing all these stuff on my MobileMary page because I want to build up a catalog of helpful resources for my customers to help them be more productive and to be, as I said before, I am wanting to help you become an authority and celebrity and an expert in your industry. And all of these apps and ways that I'm going to help you manage your business from your phone, all of those fall into that strategy. And I'm gearing up for, and I'll be completely transparent, I'm gearing up for a masterclass that I'm going to be teaching a lot of strategies of how to use all these things again, so you can run your business from the palm of your hand. So you can work anywhere. The bottom line is you'll have freedom, right? You'll have freedom to do what you want, when you want it, where you want it. If you want to do your work in a coffee shop or on the beach, you can do it. And you can become recognized, be visible as the expert in your field, the authority in your field. And people will come to you when they think, wow, I need this service. Oh, I'm going to go to her, or I'm going to go to him, because they're everywhere. They show up everywhere. I'm watching videos. I'm seeing messages. I'm reading great articles. There's so much you can do, and it doesn't take that much work. You just need to do it in a strategic way. So that is my goal, is to help you be that expert status in your industry and be seen everywhere, and not have to do all the work. Take it so it's in more of an automated process, but to everybody in the outside world, it's you showing up everywhere and being there for them and being that expert that's recognized and valued for her or his time. Okay. So anyways, I'm super excited. I'll be making announcements, but I'm showing up every day to help give you these tips and tricks that'll hopefully help you. Right. So if you have any comments or any questions, please post them below. I want to make these short and quick, but I end up rambling. I apologize. So it's now 11:08. So I will let you go. But again, comment below if you like this kind of information. And if you have any questions or on different apps you could use or other ways to run your business from your phone. But again, I will look forward to seeing you. What is today? Today is Wednesday. What's up, Wednesday? And tomorrow, I was thinking about it, Thursday. And I'm going to be speaking, if you're local in the Riverside area, this Thursday, which is tomorrow, I'm the president of the local marketing association, American Marketing Association, Inland Empire. And we have this amazing speaker, Randy Lopez, who's coming to speak about famous marketing campaigns, wins and fails. So he's worked with really big, like restaurants and chains across the country. And he's going to give us some inside information that he won't be able to share in public, but he's going to be sharing it one-on-one. So we can learn from it, right? Which is sometimes the best way to learn, is to learn from what people mistakes, not only our own, right? But from others. And it helps us feel human, that even the big boys can fail, but it's getting back up. That's the key, right? Doesn't matter how many times you fail. It matters how many times you get back up, right? And you have to keep moving forward. So that is tomorrow here in Corona at Luna's Mexican Cafe. I don't know what they call it, but it's delicious. So excited about it. So if you're interested in that, you can go to ama-ie.com and register. Very inexpensive. I'm actually having salmon. It's going to be delicious tomorrow. And then on Monday, right? No, a week from Monday, on October 1st, I'm going to be giving a talk on how to use social media to become an authority in your industry, how to find the followers, how to convert likes to sales, how to show up everywhere. I'm going to be giving that talk at the Fox in downtown Riverside. The Box is actually like a mini theater up on top of the Fox Theater. So they call it the Box at the Fox. And so that's free as well. It's at 2 p.m. Oh, that's free. Tomorrow is not. That's 2 p.m. on October 1st. So if you're local, I hope you'll come out and see it. It's for something called Inland Empire Startup Week or IE Startup Week. So I'll put links down below if you would like to register. Again, it's for free. So again, I will see you tomorrow at 10:30 and I will announce what the subject is tomorrow. I'll leave you hanging a little bit and hope you're having a wonderful day. Be brilliant in all you do. Bye.